running free. It's a coach. You're immersed in the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Devontae Freeman, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. After 2 weeks on the road, they're finally ready for the home opener at Arrowhead Stadium. Standing by on the call, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out, the second-year man from UCLA, drafted number 10 overall. It's Josh Rosen.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And right away, he lost the football. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again. Out of the end zone. Out now the Chiefs' offensive unit going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
In 2018, the Chiefs were looking for help in their offensive line, and they received it from guard Andrew Wiley, a formerly undrafted free agent. He settled in as a mainstay at guard and mauled people on the offensive line. They expect big things out of him in 2019 and beyond.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
58,
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So on. Raven.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. He's tired of me.
He's got a first down and more past the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned guys of college and worrying all offseason about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. And here now, the Baltimore offense.
And the Baltimore Ravens pride themselves on being physical on offense. One reason why? Perennial Pro Bowl guard Marshall Yanda, who played his first 16-game season since 2015 and 2018. And when he's right, the Baltimore offense rolls.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But look now at our starting defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. And that's complete to Croft. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got a man, it's called down. Not in front. Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Watson's pass complete to Devin Funches. Touchdown, Baltimore.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City.
And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Defensively, here are the starters for Baltimore. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, Clement. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle made by Devin Bush.
He wasn't ready. He
That's a
wasn't
gain
ready.
of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great.
Know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Watson. Off to Thomas on the left side. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I'd have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he back yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The Chiefs bring pressure, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found mess, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. Watson off play action. And that is incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, on for his 2nd punt, and remember, his 1st one was blocked. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds inch back. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. That's Isabella open on the right side. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Ravens next drive. Get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field. But there's a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The offense back out there and ready. And they're coming off.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet, and they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do
What you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before, Steve. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Faking the give. Now Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. To change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He knocked earlier. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the hard line. Punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now here comes Kansas City. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rosen. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Let's shift now and discuss Deshaun Jackson. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. On 2nd down, Freeman. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Nice catch right there. Brings out. Find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They get it to him running left. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll look to run with Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jamal Williams making his way back onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? To throw is Rosen. Caught left side, Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Able to find Isabella. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. That ball complete to Isabella. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Mike. Mike 4. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Rosen to throw. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Rosen now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Rosen now, option left. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
On 2nd and 9. Rosen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Deshaun Jackson getting set to go again on offense. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Watson. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Watson. Gets it off to Freeman. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Baltimore.
Michael set. 19.
Watson on first down. Jackson's got it over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. We just spoke about getting him involved. That's a good way to do it. Big play downfield.
You just wonder inside his head, is he thinking, well, if I'm not going to be involved much, let's go ahead and get a big chunk play, right? So if I don't get the ball very often, let's make them all count.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Watson. And the grab by Croft. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw. Watson punches with a catch over the middle. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's a pickup of
Down. Rosen. Ertz over the middle. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll run on first down. Clement, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Rosen saying, let's go, guys, faster. Clock is running here.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go on for a touchback. Offense draw a thing other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team, Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 22 yards there, a first down.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. And that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Watson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Didn't need to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to this, I'll keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the run-pass option. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen finding Bourne here over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Eric Kendricks, throwing on 2nd and 14. Complete to a third. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know? And in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a second line. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage, back team. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's wrapped up and down. 25. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but down.
How many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back. And they've called it the 26-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On second down now. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Third with this on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
Here's the Chiefs punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. With it is Jackson. A very good return there.
And 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there playing keep away. First
middle, and he's got it to start. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Watson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Now it's Freeman. Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Carry now for Freeman.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now Rosen on first down, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Rosen will throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And now it's Rosen looking, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Rosen. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Here we go.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Alex Erickson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen for Clement. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. They'll make it 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
19, 57. I got it.
They'll get 5 on the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.
So for Charles Davis.
Give me some Ingram. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Mark Ingram, fresh off a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can...
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. And he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He hits White, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. Now look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 5 catches, 67 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Mahomes now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Hey, here we go.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
That's going to be a long day.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Smith catches left side. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Garoppolo. Throw right side, caught by Davis. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
In college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball, and I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They were trying to go down once again. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. Have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Watch the screen.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Garoppolo again. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jeff Hireman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the Giants ready to come out now. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's
on the first
better.
drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. It's a pick 6. And this defense looking like they have come out with the pick 6, and just like that, it's 2-0 early on.
Go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the counter, Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a very tough 3rd and 15 forthcoming.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll die at the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Giants send out their punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. A strong running. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo to lead his offense back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Stocker's got it. Complete. A good pickup there. 20.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. 20! Caught left side, Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards. Garoppolo now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he completes it to Hunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brings up second and
On second down, they'll run with White. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He completes it right side to White. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Garoppolo now. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And it's 17-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 31, Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get it, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11. The Bucs have a first down.
Here we go. 180! Yeah.
Play action. Garoppolo. Over the middle here to Brown.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that'll be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Mahomes firing complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Mahomes. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. That's complete, and once again, it's Cobb. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%. 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think everyone in the league talks about that. Doesn't matter, half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants defense working their way back onto the field now. And they have the 3 takeaways, but still losing despite the effort that we see on the screen.
And thank goodness for that effort, because without it, they're probably really getting routed at this point.
Here we go.
Keeping them in the game as best they can, they've got to increase their proficiency in taking the ball away, because right now they're not getting enough help from the rest of the squad.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Garoppolo looks to throw, and that's complete to the tight end Hireman. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Ball up to the throw as they come up on 1st and 10.
No.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there, but it'll be 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was Jimmy Garoppolo who was brilliant in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Here we go. 180! Right there. 56. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So now then, the big play has him all the way to 30 now, 1st and 10.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go out on commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through them right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Here we go. Get hot.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kareem Hunt, his third touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Muscles him off. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here to the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Ingram again. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. Next week, he's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
On second down, Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Mahomes going to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
And the Giants first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Yellow. Underline. It's our field. It's our field.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now Matt Bryant, who spent 4 seasons in a Buccaneer uniform. The kick by Bryant is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. One good for 20 on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check. Kill.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Garoppolo now. 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be asked.
face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
You just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Middle of the feet, Butler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Garoppolo again. And he's got it. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
A gain of 10 yards. Complete to Demarcus Robinson.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's caught at the 3. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Well, 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run with Barber, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. That's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe-bashed it.
that. Super toe.
You better break. I'm letting you know right now.
On 2nd down and 4. Mahomes working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end.
Let's go. Let's do this.
11 yards there. 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He completes it right side to White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. That throw good for only a couple. It brings... Throwing is Mahomes on third. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So it's a giant first down on a gain of 16. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That is incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Here we go. 180! We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Garoppolo. Here's got it. Complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A first down and then some. 36 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Garoppolo now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's got it. Caught in the end. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyrell Williams, his second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Catch made. It's Moreau. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Full start, offense.
That's on the former first-rounder Taylor Decker. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around 37.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes on target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Mahomes firing complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, Davis. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And a run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
All runs on the... So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Tampa Bay, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.